Hello everyone, welcome to the RPA practical series. So in this video, I'm going to cover another practical of RPA. So this is 6th A, create an application automating the read, write and append operation on Excel file. Using Excel sheet data, perform some calculation on the data writing it into the cells. See here, we will need a Excel file for this practical on which we will perform read, write and append operations. Okay. So basically we have to perform some calculation process inside this practical, and we have to, and by calculating the value we will send the data back to the Excel file. Okay, so for this we will need Excel file. So let me create a Excel with some data inside it. So let me quickly add some data like employee ID, first name, last name, salary, expenses and savings. Okay, see, I've created a row of list of row like employee ID, first name, last name, salary, expenses and savings. And quickly I will add some data like for employee ID 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. Okay, that's it. So first name, give any random name, for example Ankit Sharma. Jit Shukla. Give any name. Okay, now quickly I'll give some I'll add some salary, the particular name. For this let me give like 1 lakh. Okay, now suppose each and every person expend the amount from their salary. Like for example Ankit Sharma has spent almost 20,000 from his salary. So how much money he saved? Like 1 lakh minus 20,000, 80,000 will be saved. Okay, so whatever the amount, whatever the expenses after expending the amount, whatever the salary he saved, we don't have to write it here. We know the value but we will not write it here. This is the part of our practical. So we will perform these things, this operation inside our UiPath Studio. Okay, so this is the data on which we have to work. So quickly let me write all those values like 35,000. Okay, so we are done with the data. Just save this file. Now open UiPath Studio. Take a blank process. 6A. Click here inside the main sequence. First of all, go inside the project. Every time I used to say this, go inside the project, click your settings and disable this modern design experience. Okay, and reload your UiPath Studio. That's it. After that, click on activities, search for Excel application scope. Take this and give the path of your Excel file which we have created a moment ago. Click here. I have saved inside the documents. This one, salary. Okay, now to read all the data inside this Excel file, inside the do of this Excel application scope, I will add one read range. Okay, now all those data from this Excel file will be stored inside this read range. For this we will need a variable. So I will click here on this read range, click on properties, click here, create variable, so I will write as Excel data. Okay, so all the data will be stored inside this Excel file, inside this Excel data variable. Okay, in this. Now click here and add a for each row in data table, because the data inside the Excel file are in the form of row and column, so that is why we will take for each row in data table. So click here and write, give the name of your data variable you have created, Excel data. All the values in this Excel data will be stored inside this current row. Now inside the body of this for each row in data table, click here and take one assign activity, so this one, and for this save to, we have to create a variable. So click here, create variable, and create a variable called savings and give the variable type as int32. Okay, now write your, enter your variable name here. Inside the value to save, click here and write cint current row salary minus cint current row expenses. Okay, so I have written this. See, inside this Excel data I have two columns, for one for salary and one for expenses. So salary minus expenses is equal to savings. Okay, that is why we wrote this formula here inside this UiPath Studio. Click on save. After that, take one right cell, inside this body only, take one right cell, this one. Okay, and see where we have to save the value. After doing the calculation, we will save the value inside this savings in this column, which is named as F cell. Okay, this is a F cell, so we will store the value inside this. So we will write, sorry, here write F, the name of our cell, plus whatever data we have created, Excel data variable we have created, dot rows dot index, sorry, index of current row plus 2 dot toString. Okay, so I think, oh, current row I have done misspell here, so now it's right. Excel data dot rows dot index of current row plus 2 dot string. Yeah, that's it. Now where we have to save the data, inside the savings, so I will write as savings dot to string. Okay, now say savings dot to string. Now further what we have to do, we have to take one message box to print that we have saved the data successfully inside the Excel file. So I'll take one message box here, just come out of this for each loop and take one message box here, and print a message, calculate, sorry, data calculated successfully. Okay, so let me run and check whether we have written the right steps or not. So see, this is our Excel file, so I will run the program and I'll see whether this column get inserted or not, the values inside this get inserted or not. Click here, sorry, click here, run the program. data calculated successfully. So let me check. See, it ran successfully. The data got inserted inside this F cell. After calculating the data inside our UiPath Studio, the data are inserted inside this Excel file. So this is not done. We have some few more steps for this 6A practical. So after this, what we have to do, see, this was the process we did like on the basis of the Excel file. Now how manually we can add the data inside the same file, inside the same Excel file. Now see, suppose uh, we have the data here till 1 or 5. Okay, we have 5 data. Now what if we have to add 3 more data manually? Okay, so we have to perform this process. So for that, what we'll do inside our UiPath Studio, after this message box, we'll take a build data table. It won't take more time. Click here. First of all, delete all this. Click here and give the same, write same, everything same. Like first of all, employer ID. Keep it as in 32. Okay. One more column for first name, a string only. Last name, salary, expenses, savings. Okay. First of all, cross check whether I have written the correct name or not. AMP ID, first name, last name, salary, expenses, savings. I think it is same. AMP ID, first name, last name, salary, expenses, and saving. It is savings, not saving. Yeah, savings only. Yeah. I'm adding 2 data only. Suppose inside this ID I will write 106. Name is one lakh, expenses 25,000, saving will be 75,000. 107. Okay. Okay, so I have taken 2 data, 2 more values inside our build data table. Now what I'll do, I'll just append those data. So I will take one append activity. Append range means this data will be saved after the existing data inside our Excel file. Okay, right, it will start from here, from 106, 107. 106, 107. Okay, that's it. So what I have to do, I have to take, I'll create a one more variable for this, like new data, keep it as string. Okay, sorry, not change the scope, new data. I think it's data table. Yeah, now it is right. Now click here and add a message box. New data, new data. Oh, inside the double quotes, new data inserted successfully. So I think we are done with all the steps. First of all, let me clean my Excel file. I'll clean this one to reinsert the value. I'll save this Excel file. Now see, now here we have the data till 1 or 5, okay, and also we don't have the savings value here. So what will happen when we will run our program? First of all, it will insert the calculated value, then after that it will add two more names, okay, two more data inside the Excel file. So let me run this program. First of all, see, this is our Excel file. I'm running my and debugging my program. Click here. Say data calculated successfully. Oh shit. What is this? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I have made some mistake here. Okay, let me stop this. Click here, go inside the properties. Okay, sorry, click here, go inside the properties and use the data table here as new data, because the data will be stored inside this new data variable only. Okay, save this and I'll run the program again. Now again, first of all I'll clean this. Sorry for the mistake. Let me run it again. Debug the file. Data calculated successfully. Now new data inserted successfully. So let me check. Now see. First of all, we got all this data here till 1 or 5. We got the calculated value, and after that we have added the two more rows here. Okay, so that's it. I think the practical took so much time. So that's it. Thanks for watching.